So let's go ahead and move into the proven sales strategies and best practices. What our successful licensees do and have done. So the first thing that I have gathered is making it personal. And we talked about this in the earlier slides. In-person businesses visits guarantee the highest rate of success. Again, emailing and calling is fine, but that in-person visit is going to guarantee a much higher rate of success when you're trying to get merchants to sign up with your services. So business owners are more open to speak to you if you are a patron of their business. So if you're going in and picking up food or you're dining in from their establishment and you mentioned that, I have a company that offers online ordering services and I noticed you didn't have it. Would you be interested? That's it. Just the fact that you're sitting in their business, you're a patron of their establishment, they're more open to hear you out. And it's much easier to do a 15-second elevator pitch about what you do, have them open to it. You're doing business with them. Obviously, you're local. And then also helps develop that face-to-face relationship and trust of a local business owner with another versus only calling or emailing. Again, it's about trust as well. Because a lot of these merchants, they don't really understand the process. They don't know what it takes to sign up. They're worried that you're handling their money. They're worried that, a common thing that we hear, and even our licensees have, is who's transacting all the money. The money's transacted through Stripe and PayPal, billion-dollar companies with super encryption. That's where all the financial transactions are happening. And it's important to let them know that you're partnered with that. You're partnered with those customers, those companies, and they handle all that. And we'll talk about that in one of the other slides, developing and building trust as well. But that's a really common thing that we hear, and you want to make sure that you market that point, that you're local, that you're backed by very large financial systems, and if you have a track record, you can even talk about these are all the customers that I currently have. These are the local business I currently work with, and I'd be happy to have you as well. Second thing, common sense, but be professional. We do postmortems with licensees who were not successful. We do have a lot of licensees who do turnover. They don't have business experience. They may not be professional, or they're casually marketing this thing, and it just doesn't work like that. This is an actual business. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of code development that's gone into making these platforms be completely robust as they are and completely usable for you to be able to sell. So your overall presentation, your confidence and appearance matters when you're trying to sell a system of that magnitude. You have to understand that the system and its benefits to completely sell it. I mentioned that previously. You should go through that back end. If you haven't done the technical walkthrough, go do the technical walkthrough. Go to your help desk and assign that to you, and someone will be assigned to you. And be familiar with the system and the features to be able to sell it. You won't be able to sell. It's just like selling a car. You won't be able to sell the car if you don't know the features of it. You need to have a strong, rehearsed, energetic, and passionate sales speech. That's another one. Have your pitch together, make sure it's rehearsed, and even if it's a 15-second elevator spiel, have it down completely. And then, you're able to easily do a follow-up call or a follow-up visit and get everything down better with a demo or, sending them links, things like that. But you want to make sure that you're energetic, passionate, sound professional when you're talking to merchants because they want to deal with legitimate business owners. And that's what you have to come off as. So, the other thing is a lot of our licensees offer help with promotion and marketing through additional services. The awesome thing about our invoicing system is you can do all kinds of creative invoicing. And that's the great thing about this program is we don't take anything from you. We don't tell you how to do something. We won't tell you how not to do it. So if you want to advertise other businesses, if you want to do an advertising thing for local businesses, for social media management, we have some licensees that in addition to their online ordering services, they offer a package for updating their Facebook, their Twitter, Instagram, and just being their overall digital business consultant. You can do that. This business allows you to do that, and you have the built-in system to invoice them for any additional services you want to provide. And this strategy can really only result in more revenue for you. And you have to really look at it from a business person's perspective, from a merchant's perspective. what all can you really offer them? What do they need? They need promotion for their business. And in this case, they really need a technology standpoint from someone that can handle their digital aspect, their website stuff, their social media stuff, their online ordering stuff. That there's a large portfolio of things that you can really offer them just based on the introductory online ordering services as well. So keep that in mind, that you're not just limited to just selling online ordering services. There's a lot more you can do there as well. So the other thing our licensees have also done is hire local commission-based sales reps. Obviously, we do have a lot of entrepreneurs. Everyone has multiple jobs, multiple different roles and hats they have to do other than just promoting this business. So one of the things that's worked is training, obviously, and hiring these sales reps and give them a setup fee or a reoccurring revenue sharing. It really does add up, and nothing is more motivating than signing up merchants and then knowing that you're having reoccurring revenue for each merchant, whether it be a percentage, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% of reoccurring revenue, whatever it may be, but it really gives them incentive to really go out there in the field and develop relationships with these businesses. And then again, if you want to do the setup fee as well, or just give them, the $100 setup fee or $150 per setup, it's really nothing, no loss to you. They take the setup fee and you get the reoccurring revenue. However you want to do it, but make sure that, if you do decide to go with a sales rep, that it's someone that you want obviously to represent you and your business, and someone who's completely capable to put that professional foot forward and really get your business ahead. So again, just another tip as well. If you're too busy to really get on the field on your own, you can always do that as well. So the last point, sorry, not the last point, but for the slide, create partnerships. We have a lot of licensees, again, because you're locally based, you got a really strong leg up to creating these one-to-one, face-to-face relationships with other business owners. So creating partnerships with local companies that serve restaurants, retailers, and these can include digital branding companies that already do websites for local businesses, social media, printing, local advertising companies. These are all great resources because they're already working with local businesses. And essentially what you're doing is just adding to what they can do. And so they're really happy to work hand in hand because essentially you're going to be working with local businesses. So the partnership really works out that way as well. And then if you want to do a commission-based, again, or a reoccurring revenue sharing structure, those work very well. Businesses love to do revenue sharing, especially to help grow their business. If equity, anything like that, commission-based, referrals, businesses love to make more revenue streams, and this is definitely a way to do it, are these partnerships. One thing that I've talked to some of our OrdersIn licensees, this is a really great one. They partner with local hotels to leave flyers in each room, and they advertise their site with nearby restaurants for pickup or delivery. If you think about it, it's really a genius idea. Most hotels, including national franchises, they're locally owned. The owners are always open for additional revenue streams, and they love to have another revenue stream come in, whatever it may be, a monthly fee that you pay them to have. All you do is just you're putting in flyers that are in there on top of the counter or the nightstand whenever they walk in, and tourists and people that are from out of town would just open that and say, oh, this is exactly where I can go to find stuff for pickup or delivery. It's not that easy to find local restaurants to know which ones are doing delivery that are nearby. It's actually a hard question to ask when you're sitting in a hotel. You usually have to call or you got to do some digging online. So to have a flyer that says this is all the stuff we have, or just go to this website on your phone or your laptop. These restaurants all offer delivery. It's just a great way to promote your service to the restaurants as well. So restaurants love to know that they're going to be on some kind of flyer, obviously on your site, promoted to hotels. You can even charge them a fee to be on the flyer, to be featured on there. There's a strong incentive for those restaurants to be on the flyer, promoted through the site to local hotels, which you are partnered with. Again, local restaurants want to deal with local businesses, and there's nothing better than to have hotels that are partnered with you, and it all works in a very good conjunction as well. So another point, set up a sample site for prospective merchants. This goes more to advertising your services and letting them get a look and feel for it. Set up a prospective customer's business, their menu, product list. Make it easier to visualize how it's going to look. There's no better way to be able to have pictures or videos or actually playing with the site, and especially their own site. So this could be a sample of their menu or product list with their logo and information. And this also shows that you went the extra mile to really tailor your system to their business. And this greatly helps in client conversion. Just to know that you went out and did that extra stuff, and you could just have their appetizer, just their lunch list, but just to have their logo on there, it means a lot, and it helps them visualize it and say, this is already pretty much ready to go. So that means if I sign up with this service today, I'm pretty much ready to start accepting online ordering services as early as today or this week. So that's a really big strategy for doing that conversion with these merchants as well. So the next bullet, help mitigate the prospective merchant's risk. So this is especially common when you're starting out your business. No one has really heard of you. Merchants, again, it's based on trust. You're dealing with money. You're not just saying, hey, I'll promote your business for you. No, you're basically saying that people are going to be using their credit card to make purchases through my site. And now these merchants have to figure out if you're legitimate or not. And it's not an easy thing to do. So one of the ways that licensees have really found out how to mitigate these risks, because it's about paying, that we're paying this guy to accept payments on our end for our customers, is offer the service for free. Try it for a couple of months. Because the fact is, once a business uses the online ordering service and is generating orders, they keep the service. They're not going to stop an additional flow of income, especially when they start seeing that reoccurring revenue coming from their online ordering service. They're going to keep your service. So just providing that for free for a couple of months, letting them, the customer base sort of build up, that goes a long way to keeping long-term customers. So the next point, differentiate yourself. So some of the ways you do that, obviously, proving that you have a better product, letting them see the design. The pricing, that's going to be one of the biggest things. You're going to be able to outprice any online ordering service or whether it be local or national. There's no doubt about it, just because of the way that this opportunity is set up. You don't have the overhead. So you can, I try to tell my licensees a lot, don't get greedy early on. When you're building your business, build the clientele, build a relationship, set your pricing low. Don't start charging $200 a month, for a start. You're not going to get a lot of long-term customers this way. Start your pricing low. Start at lower percentages. I always recommend 3 to 6% of transactions, or a low monthly rate that they can sort of build on, and get your customer base up. This is reoccurring revenue. It's really a game of time and dedication, and it takes patience. And you have to do that by slowly building your customer base up for this to be really a large revenue generating business. And obviously customer support. You differentiate yourself by that you're local. Your local person, you got a local number, they can reach out to you. You're always there, and of course we're always there for you. So tout them on that better product, better pricing, customer support. And again, fact, local businesses prefer to work with other local businesses. That's just a fact. If you see a lot of local businesses' websites, guess who made them? A lot of other local website businesses. And that's on the digital end. They can easily go to a national company for a website, but they don't. They go to someone that they can reach out, talk to, meet, that can come into the merchant's business if they need to. And this is the same concept as well. You're selling a technology product. There's just not a lot of competition that's there locally anywhere. And so that gives you a really big leg up. Local and easy to get a hold of, or if any issues were to arise, that's a big one. So they really want to reach out to you, and that's really important as well. So another sales strategy, and also the best practice from licensees, is providing options which help the merchant. Provide merchants 2 options, allowing them to decide which best fits their business. So again, I talked about transaction percentages on orders. Keep them low. You're going against 14, 15%. It's easy to start adding on merchants for giving them just a couple percentage. Again, I like to say start off with giving them the service free if you can. If not, then keep these percentages low. Because if you keep the merchant's costs low, you ensure longer term customers. And again, it's a business, it's a slow growth business. It's not something that just happens overnight. When you help them, keep their costs low, they grow, their revenue grows, your revenue automatically grows. You're getting a percentage of it. If obviously you can do the flat monthly fees. This works really well for merchants which do a high volume of orders. They may not like the 3 to 6%. They may say, listen, I'm doing $15,000 to $20,000 of revenue. I know I can do that in online ordering as well. I'd rather just pay you a monthly fee, and that's completely fine. Give them the option. Let them choose. And let them choose if they want to. You want to start with a lower rate. Start with a lower rate, and you can easily go up within the next year or two when you sign a contract again and say, the technology fees have gone up. It's now $60 or $80 a month. But that gives them ease of mind that they're paying a flat monthly fee. They don't have to worry about how many orders they're getting. So that's really great. Craft flexible terms for a merchant which may have increasing orders or vice versa. Again, work with them. Create something flexible that maybe it starts off as a free service. It goes to 3 to 4 to 5%. And if they have the option to do a flat monthly fee if they want to do that. So that just helps them understand that as their business grows, you're willing to work with them. You're not just here to make money and just get out. Again, it's about developing that business relationship with merchants. Because the thing is that word does get out. All restaurant owners know each other. All merchants locally, they're very connected. And so when you start your business, you're going to see that a lot of referrals will be coming in based on your service, based on your relationship with just one or two merchants. So you want to make sure you put your best foot forward when you're starting this. Understand your market demographic prior to creating pricing options. Again, this kind of common sense, but obviously there's a difference between small cities in the United States versus medium and large United States cities. In international territories, everything from competition to market demographics to how much folks can afford. So you want to make sure you understand your demographic prior to creating these pricing options as well. These are just more or less a guideline. Another point goes without saying, advertise and promote your business. Marketing via local flyers is great. That's, one of those kind of guerrilla tactics. Getting flyers out. Again, you're an electronic business. You got to get onto the technology end of it. Use targeted local ads, Google ads, Facebook advertising, and again, you're going to be focusing on your local target markets. You're not going to be, running a Facebook advertisement in New York if you're in Texas. So those really help get the word out, especially because it's already online. Great way to really help establish that local online presence. So once you do sign up a restaurant, put up a table tent or a "We now accept online ordering" with your site name near the cash register. One of the best ways to attract not only most merchants, but obviously lets the customers know that this is the site for online ordering. And that's for both platforms. This drives customers to directly order to your site and the other merchant site as well. For OrdersIn especially. OrdersIn, you've got multiple different merchants on your search site. And so this just drives more traffic and it helps the other businesses as well. And as I mentioned, it helps other local restaurant owners find you as they're all pretty closely connected. So again, we talked about this in the previous slides. You got to build trust with the prospective merchant. It's important to reassure the merchant of your service and build trust in your system. So that includes, reassuring them that any revenues from food products or services made on the site is direct deposited to the merchant's regular business bank account via Stripe or PayPal system. That's a question that obviously, you've probably already ran into, or when you do start getting onto the field and really talking to merchants, that's going to be the first thing. Where's the money going? How's it being transacted? Again, Stripe or PayPal's encrypted system is handling all of that. The financial transactions, we get none of it. And all the money that is being accumulated goes directly into their business account as it normally does if they have a POS system, as it normally does via any funds that are transacted inside of their business. This is the same exact bank account it's going to be going to. It's just another avenue. So it's completely transparent for them. So again, financial transactions all handled through Stripe and PayPal, secure credit card processing services. Our online ordering system uses the strongest industry standard SSL encryption. So their data is always protected regardless. So even when information is being entered into the website, it goes directly to Stripe's system, but nothing gets recorded on our end. It's very strong. All the customer data is pretty much encrypted. You want to make sure they understand everything is 100% secure. That's the main point you want to make when you're trying to build the trust of the system. And then also mention that we have a 99.9% uptime. Our systems don't go down. And anytime that we do any type of work, it happens 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. So it's a very short time that anything has ever happened. But we generally never have a downtime. So you want to make sure you understand that they understand that as well. And also, the big thing is provide testimonials from other merchants. That's the biggest thing. Let them know that these are the other customers you're working with. These are the other merchants that already have online ordering through you. And that goes a long way for building trust with prospective merchants. So some of the other things that our successful licensees do, they offer both OrdersIn and OrderApp services. The platforms complement each other and expand your ordering services offered to merchants. Some merchants may want to have their ordering site linked from their own website and Facebook. So then of course, for those that have ordered apps, you can already do that. Facebook integration ordering is already built in, which is a lovely thing to have. A lot of national services don't even provide that. So that's a huge selling point. Obviously, the fact that they have ordering directly inside their site or through a widget as well. So some of you may already know this, but you can also insert iframe ordering directly into their site as well. Of course, you need to talk to their developers. You can talk to us, but something a lot of our licensees don't know is that you can actually insert the menu directly in their site via iframe if you have some development skills. So also, offering both of the services lets them be featured on a local search site, which you promote for them. That's huge. Restaurants have to deal with a lot just running their business. But the fact that someone can promote their restaurant locally is a big service. And with OrdersIn, that's pretty much what you can do since you have a search site that's local. You're promoting their business alongside the other businesses. And a lot of customers who may not have known that they have pickup and delivery at their merchant or even heard of them, they'll be featured on the site and you're promoting it for them. So, it's a really great way to get them on board as well. You can also offer them as a package or separate services. If they want to be featured on OrdersIn and Ordered Apps, again, that's more services that you can, invoice them for, and more services obviously that you can provide them as well for their business. Okay, so Facebook ordering for Ordered Apps, huge selling point. Again, I mentioned it's not something that's very common for online ordering. The great thing about our system, it's very simple to do, and the online ordering menu is built directly inside their Facebook site. Facebook ordering is a huge selling point, especially for those merchants who have no web presence. Why? Well, the merchant's Facebook pages, due to the Facebook's high page rank, if you've ever searched for anything for any merchant, you're usually going to see their Facebook page pop up the first thing in Google when that particular business is searched. So the fact that Facebook has already done the SEO work for you, the fact that they're a huge site, when you put in the name of that site, put in the name of that merchant, their Facebook site's going to pop up first. And so that's really easy when customers do click on that to be able to order directly from within the Facebook fan site, and they don't have to log into Facebook. And it's similar to just ordering from the regular ordering site as well. So again, huge selling point for those licensees who do have that. So a couple last things for the best practices. Again, so reoccurring topic, got to be patient. We have a lot of licensees that think that this is something that's quick. They may not have business experience or know how to build a business. But patience is just key in this, in any business really. Similar to starting any new business, this takes time to establish. Various factors affect time for success for our licensees. That includes the demographics, market, previous experience in sales. If you've worked with other businesses before, if you've owned a previous business before, overall sales presentation, all those really matter when you talk about how long does it really take. Just a ballpark, most of our longer term licensees reported success about 3 to 6 months before really signing up the first long-term merchants where they could say, okay, I've got a strong reoccurring income potential here. It really does take a couple of months, and a lot of that's based on focusing on their market research, the planning, creating a strong sales presentation, and that takes time. A lot of trial and error. And being persistent and dedicated matters. The more you put in, the more you'll get out, obviously. Learning from what does work and what doesn't, especially from what doesn't work, and optimizing on what does. It's really necessary to ensure success for this business. It's just one of those things that really needs to be mentioned, because again, the great attraction for this business is that it's a low operating expense business. There's not a lot of upfront capital that needs to be put up for this, so it's really easy to just say like, I tried that, I'm done. But the thing is you're not really going to have any success if you're not really dedicated to this business and really growing it out. And it does take a while. It does take months to get going. And again, those licensees that have really grew it, it's just reoccurring income, and a lot of times they don't really have to do much after it's going, other than just keep signing up merchants via their established process. And once you get your process down, it's just optimizing it, and it just always works.